Hello and welcome to your 10 at 10. Today's December 19th, 2023. Today I'm going to talk about being involved, staying in your lane, and when to say no. So there's a lot of realtors that, belong to the association and participate and, donate and volunteer their time into, um, the association, whether it's being on a committee or even serving on the board, or sometimes like Jess, being president of the whole darn thing. And, that's an awesome thing. And occasionally, but very loosely, it will bring you business. But it's very rare when that happens, right? So when we're dedicating business time to something that's not going to generate business, then we just have to remember to make a business decision when it comes to that. I would say it's just as important, if not more important, to be involved in something you have a passion for that's outside of the association, right? Like I can think of several different times, different ways, different things that I've been a part of, and I've had a passion for them, and they've generated business, and I felt really, really, really good about giving back to the community. The biggest one that comes to mind is Abby's school, right? When I joined the board, like I was like, what do you want me to do? How much time is this going to take? And da da da. But it was something I really, really liked. I loved the people. I loved that everybody shared a vision. I loved everything about it. It was really, really, really cool. And when you join a board like that, it's really, really tough to not get sucked in, right? And that happens sometimes, but you just have to remember your time is business time, family time. There's other things that you're taking away from to volunteer. And if you continue to volunteer, guess what? Your business suffers typically. And when you're not in business anymore, you can't donate your time because you're usually working a 9 to 5. So that's what I mean by saying no. You need to make sure you understand exactly what your time commitment is for that and manage it out really well, or do your best anyways. Ask a bunch of questions. What's it going to entail, this, that, and the other thing, and then make your decision, right? I've been involved in other nonprofits, right? I was involved in a nonprofit here in Holland. It was a human services nonprofit. And I can tell you this much: I was on the board of that. I met some really, really incredible people, including one of my real life heroes, Helen Zierup. Hey, Helen, if you're watching, I just saw her the other night. She's doing incredible things. And I, from that aspect, is really, really, really cool. But I didn't necessarily have a passion for the actual nonprofit. And it made it a little bit tougher in some respects. But whenever you join a nonprofit or a committee or volunteer in some way, it's important to remember to stay in your lane. When you're new to something and there's people that are already established, don't go trying to do what they want to do. Try in the beginning, try to do things that nobody wants to do, right? And then they're going to like welcome you and thank you and be appreciative for you. But if you're trying to like be a leader and take their job, guess what? That's not so good, because you don't make friends. You probably make enemies or rub people the wrong way or whatever. I know when you volunteer, when especially some of us alphas, right? Like we want to be leaders. We, especially when we see people that aren't leaders trying to be leaders, and they're just like fumbling with the ball and it just doesn't work, right? And it's not going well and you feel bad for them and you can help. You got to remember, stay in your lane. Um it's a very, very important lesson that I learned. But the reality is, if you have a passion for whatever you're volunteering for, if you have a passion for it, you're going to have the longevity, you're going to stay the course, and eventually you will be a leader in that organization if that's what you want. And from a business perspective, when you're building your sphere and you're networking and this, that, and the other thing, that's a great thing for your sphere to see you in a leadership position. There's no doubt about that. And those of you that think, oh, well, I'm just going to do that because it's going to build my business. You can do that, but people see right through it. I think you can build your business and do the right thing, and both can exist at exactly the same time. Sometimes people have problems thinking that way, but remember to stay in your lane. And like I say, when you get sucked in and you feel yourself getting sucked in, just whatever you do, say, I'm really sorry, I can't fit that into my schedule. I'm here for the time that I volunteered, but I can't take anything more on, because it's definitely going to impact your family or your business. And I guarantee this, when it impacts your business, it's affecting your family too, because that's why you are a realtor. That's why you are in business. So anyhow, I hope some of my life lessons save you guys a little bit of pain. Hope you have a great day. Do your best to make today awesome, and happy holidays, guys.